Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of New Music Zone TV. I'm Craig Bellot and we have a really special guest today. We have Derek the Hunter St. Rose, 3 Calypso crowns, 4 Soca crowns. He is really one of the best Calypsonians in Dominica. We're going to take this quick break and we're going to come back to talk to Derek.
Let your spirit take to flight. Let your heart run free and wild. Find your soul in Dominica, the nature
Welcome back everyone. We're here with Derek Hunter St. Rose, one of the greatest Calypsonians in Dominica. I mean, every year this guy has released an album. I mean, I always look forward to hearing what he has every Calypso season. Derek, I mean, it's obvious you have a real passion for the Calypso art form. I mean, how did this all start? Take us back to how you really got started in music.
Well, it started with me being at home, listening to my mom singing to the tunes that we played on the radio. And it was like an everyday thing. So, and then I have a lot of family, you know, in the music business as well. So it didn't come from too far.
What family you have in the business?
Well, I have a cultural icon in Dominica, Raymond Lawrence, who's my uncle in culture. And I have Romy Lawrence, Ibis, a musician, arranger. And I have Jean Lawrence, my grand aunt. You know, and I have a set of nieces and nephews in the music business, so the music has been in the family for a very long time.
So, I mean, from listening to your mom singing, I mean, what was your first step into the music business?
Well, it started off at a community level where people listened to my voice and knew that I had the ability to do well in music, encouraged me to do so. And then I started on some little drama groups, and then everybody came to me and said that I think you should go to the next level. So I was very shy when I started, very, very shy. And that is where all the whining thing came about, because I used to try to whine my way around, you know. So, and then I started off in the second tongue Portsmouth in a competition, and the guys there, you know, encouraged me one time to go forward. RSB was one of the bands at the time who accompanied us, you know, all around the island, and they asked me to try the rules of thing, try the bigger competitions, and I came in, did well, and the encouragement was great. And we always had a passion for the music, due to listening to people like Sparrow, Blue Boy, Chuck Dust, and all the Trini greats, you know, and it was like a big encouragement.
So, I mean, before the Calypso, were you in any bands or any groups? I mean, besides the community drama groups?
No groups, no bands. Actually, I can't play any musical instrument. You know, I have a very good ear for music, but I don't play any musical instrument. It's just, you know, community level, people encourage me to do, you know.
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to go to this quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Derek about his entry into the Calypso season.
I live in the Caribbean all my life, going through my struggles and my strife. I know Caribbean people so well. When I meet a West Indian anywhere, I can tell. The melody in the way that we speak, you could pinpoint a Caribbean man real quick. Love with cricket with a passion, and we'll promote a carnival anywhere that we can. Typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean man. Typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean man. We could give you our last bread, sleep on the floor while you occupy the bed. When you see we love somebody, he could burn down a city, he never get it. No, typical Caribbean, oh, typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean man. You could do him 1 million good, one little blunder, he busts your tail with wood. And he always cry out things tight, yet he find money to party all day or night. Typical, yes, typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean man. Typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean, typical Caribbean man. Whoa! Mama. Yes, we
I'm Norman Later, saxophonist in the Swinging Stars. You are watching New Music Zone TV. Whenever you want top Caribbean music, you log on to newmusiczone.com.
We're here with Derek the Hunter St. Rose, one of the greatest Calypsonians from Dominica. 3 Calypso crowns, 4 Soca crowns. This guy has a lot of talent. So Derek, from getting into the Calypso season, I mean, how did you write your first song, or how did you get into that competition?
Well, I wrote my own song, and what I always try to do is, I wasn't a strong writer, but over the years I developed to be a very good writer and crafting what I really wanted to bring across to the people. And I did Calypso, and I also did Soca music, because I realized that if I needed my music to go further, I would have to write songs that had an international appeal. I took a lot of blows in the local competition for that, but then at the end of the day it benefited, because I got to do a lot of tours, and even when I'm not in the competition, I still get to do tours, because people can identify with the music, so this has worked out quite well.
So what are some of those things, those elements in the songs that you identified that, helped you to become a better writer? I mean, what are some of those, when you write a song today, what is something you think about that's going to be there?
Well, the lyrics, of course, and studying the people. Sometimes you get the feel from the people. You go to dances, you listen to songs, and you kind of get the vibe as to what the people really gravitate into. So that has helped me. And listening to the music again has helped me to even arrange the music in some sort of way to kind of suit the people vibe.
So, I mean, to take it to that international level, I mean, what elements do you include? I mean, you living in Dominica, how do you give it that international appeal while, still keeping that local flavor?
Well, what I try to do is the lyrics. For example, I would not write on a man in the gutter in Dominica, because we have a small population. Unlike Trinidad, they have millions. They can talk about their local stuff and let it get big. In Dominica, it's different for us because our population is kind of small. So what I try to do, I try to write of international topics. Like, for example, Only You, which is a love song. Anybody anywhere could identify to that. I'm leaving my load on the road, that kind of thing, rather than just confine it to our local community.
Because we don't really have that population. Even though it's popular in Dominica, it doesn't really get you to that next level.
Because I've seen a lot of popular guys in Dominica. I mean, won a lot of crowns, and they only remain in Dominica.
So you decided, early in your career to really give it that international flavor. Because I noticed, you're one of the artists, every, Notting Hill Carnival, you're there. You're touring to all those different carnivals, and that's probably why.
That's it. Because, in the competition at home, if you do not place in the finals, you actually have to go to the bank to get monies to pay your cost for the season. Because, it's so exorbitant, because you have to organize your stage presentation, your costumes, you have to pay people to get in, you have to pay them to perform. And if you don't have another avenue to make some money outside of that competition, you're in trouble. I know some guys, the only time you see them on stage is around carnival time, and that's it. But me, as soon as carnival is over, the following day I'm on a plane, doing my business, doing my thing,
Yeah, so you were here, we just saw you last night at the King of Kings, concert in New York. How long have you been doing that?
I've been, from the inception of the King of Kings, I've been here, every year, and warming the hearts of the people, and they keep on loving it, so it is a sort of encouragement for me too, because whenever you do something, if you're a chef and you cook some food and people love it, it will encourage you to cook, yes, and cook better food, so it's me, the people love what I do, so it is a source of encouragement, like energy, fertilizer for me.
To do more. All right, guys, so we saw Derek at the King of Kings concert, which was really exceptional, so we're going to show you a piece of that.
Baby, you alone. You're my sunshine and my rain. To the world I must explain. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. Yes, you make me like complete. The way you sweat me up my feet. Yes, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. Every time I think of you, I just feel to sing. Every time I think of you, I feel just like a king. I wanna dance I want to press thanks up to face my lover's chance because it's only you. Baby, it's you, baby. Do could make me jump from a mountain like a stupid man. If it's you, baby, only you. Whoa, you something to me I can't explain. Baby, it's you, baby, only you. Who got the love I really need? Yes, it's you, it's only you. Oh, only you. Yes, it's you, it's only.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that performance by Derek the Hunter St. Rose. King of Kings is a really great Calypso competition here in New York with the top Calypsonians, and Derek, every year has been there doing his thing. So Derek, tell us, in this new age, digital downloads, CDs not selling as it is, I mean, how do you really keep your head above the water in these trying times?
Well, everything is internet right now, so whenever I go to the studio, I have a lot of contacts, radio contacts, and New Music Zone, which is doing a fantastic job. I must, attest to that. You email the songs. The top DJs in London, Germany, everywhere. That's the way it is. You don't make the kind of money you used to make before, but then with airplay, if your songs are good and have that kind of appeal, you can get gigs, and then you can recover some of your costs.
Right. So, I mean, where have you been performing this past year so far?
Oh, I did St. Thomas. I did St. Lucia. I was in Toronto. I did that. I am going to go to Miami, Tampa, Florida, New York, Canada, and have some Caribbean tours to do as well.
So, are you performing with the Swinging Stars at all, or not?
No. Sometimes a band is provided, where I go, and we do that. Swinging Stars sometimes, and when the musicians are good, we work with them. If they're not, we do tracks instead.
So you have your new album coming out soon. Tell us about that album.
Yeah, well, the work is ongoing. We started a couple months ago, and we're really taking our time because we want it to sound really well, and we want the music to have this kind of flavor that when you hear it, you want to purchase it. So who's New Music Zone?
On New Music Zone. Make sure you guys check out the new album on New Music Zone. When is it planning to be out?
Hopefully in October, November, in time for the Creole Festival.
And what producers do you have doing the music on there?
Okay, well, Cornell, also Dada. I don't know if you heard of Dada. It's very good, very creative. And I'm Freddie Nicholas. And then we have some other local guys, some guitarists and some of the best guys in the business at home.
So are you doing anything different this year to make it sound a little different from the others, or is it? I mean, your music is already on top of his game. I mean, is this one a little different, or?
Yeah. Well, what I plan to do is we're gonna be doing some merging with some of the artists around the region. Somebody from Guadeloupe, one man from Trinidad, and a lot of the local artists at home as well. We have a lot of talented people, and we're gonna be utilizing them.
Can you mention some names, or is it top secret?
Top secret, because the fans, all fans, Dominicans love surprises, so I'm gonna be surprising them.
Is there one you can you give us one little sneak peek?
Well, I'll give them a local one, Tasha P, for sure. We're gonna be doing something, and you better look out for that. I think Music Zone might have that song. Not might, we'll have that song.
All right, so we're gonna be talking to Tasha P, I think, too. So, all right, guys, we're gonna take this final break, and when we come back, we're gonna wrap up with Derek.
Let me see your rag, let me see your flag, let me see your towel. Everybody, work. We are now in a new millennium. Time we come together and start to build our small nation. But we have to face the reality of some of the problems we have right now affecting me. Double standard killing the whole country, while some preaching division and enmity. The force and the fight go take us nowhere. So, let me make a new commitment this year. Instead we get on as enemies, I tell me work no one's family. Everybody